What's up, you guys? It is Mari back with another video. And like I always say, don't be scared to fall because you may fall into a better situation. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so as you can see, we're all glammed up and everything, and it was a pretty quick process. It took about 30 minutes to do this, to achieve this little natural beat or whatever. Don't necessarily have anything to do, just going to run errands, and I wanted to get content, so I decided to film a video. And this is what we have. So if you like this makeup look or this little natural 1-2 of a thing, keep on watching. Okay, so you guys, it is Pride Month. I remember Pride Month, people used to tell their coming out stories. I typed in my notes, and I don't know when I typed this, but I'll always be typing just random stuff. And I figured that, like, I wanted to make a whole video about these things, but maybe I'll just put it in the video, just talk about it in the video. But I typed in my notes, I said, women, can y'all come to the front? I have a serious question for you guys. Let's say you don't have a problem with me being your friend and being a gay person. Why is it that you have a problem with your child being gay? What I realized is that a lot of you, I guess, aren't necessarily homophobic. You just have homophobic, like, you have internalized homophobia that you don't even realize yourself. Not only do straight women suffer with this, gays, we suffer with this. We have internalized homophobia. It's in all of us. I just would like to ask that question because I have my answer, but I just want to leave the floor open for, you know, a woman to answer, because women go through different things. It's a completely different lifestyle than me, so I can't answer for you. And I hate to feed into stereotypes and stuff like that, and women don't necessarily like gay stuff, they just benefit from it. And I don't want to think like that. Even though in certain cases I have been in situations where I felt like that, you know, like I was being used by a woman simply because of what I could give her. You know, I was reading something the other day that said something about this. The good thing about being gay is that we spend so long in the closet that when we come out, you have the opportunity to completely create whatever version of yourself that you wanted to create. And that is an amazing opportunity, because to be a straight person is so many restrictions, and it's getting harder and harder on gay people. It's becoming more of a norm. Gayness has always been out there, but I feel like with this generation, we kind of centered it. It's like in Baby Boy, the guy that was like $40. You know, he was a person that wasn't even like a main character in the movie, but we've always had our representation, but it was never like a focus. And I feel like with this generation, we kind of put gayness within focus, and we have like our own plots, like with P-Valley. You know, they're following the story of the gay life. Empire, you know, we had Jussie Smollett and, you know, his situation to kind of cater to the gay community. And I feel like we are a part of the generation that, you know, brought about that. When you have the opportunity to recreate yourself in whatever direction you want to, or do whatever it is outside of the stereotypes and outside of the norms of what people know you for, when you have the opportunity to come up with a version of yourself that, you know, you could create yourself any way that you want to. And not to say that anybody else can't do that, but for us, at least for me, in this generation where gayness is now more mainstream and now it's centered, because I'm not going to say that gayness hasn't been on television, but there hasn't been many roles where gayness was the focus, or gayness had a story of its own within the straight community. Of course, we've had gay movies, of course, and stuff like that, but there's never been a time, or it wasn't much of a time, when it was gay stuff incorporated into straight stuff, whereas the gay stuff held as much weight as the straight stuff. And a good example of that is like Empire. You had the straight stuff going on with the straight people, but you also had the storyline of gay, like homosexuality with Jussie Smollett, and you was following along with him. And I feel like in the past, whenever you had a gay role, it was always like a side character, like $40. We saw him for like 10 minutes of the whole movie and then he was out the picture. I think that now that gayness is becoming the norm, the new generation of gays won't have that opportunity to, they'll have the opportunity to recreate themselves, but now that it's become more of a kind of a norm, they won't, there's already like stereotypes and stigmas, and that's because of now the things that we are doing now, because it is more in the mainstream, is creating the blueprint for years afterwards. They really couldn't pinpoint gayness until this generation came out. Everybody that is alive now that is gay is setting the standards for gayness for years afterwards, and the world may never have this opportunity again. But I feel like we have some good representation of gayness in the media, of course, but we also have some bad representation, and you know, that's for you to decide. But I know that everybody is their own person, but if this is something that's new to us, we should, the people who are on the forefront, like the Saucy Santanas and the Lil Nas X's and stuff, you know, make us look good. Because the world this is new. Like, this is fairly new. You are a part of the stereotypes that will be placed on new gays for years to come. And like I said, this is an opportunity that will never happen again. Because at some point it won't be new anymore. At some point it will be the norm, and that's what's happening. There have always been stereotypes, but now I feel like it's different because you get more involved. People didn't necessarily pay attention to everything, and they just thought, oh, if you're gay, you're going to hell, and you know, HIV and AIDS and all that stuff. Child, stuff like that. But now people are paying attention a little more, and also with the rise of TikTok and everything else, and trans and all of that, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's a part of progression, and you don't know which direction we're going to go in when it comes to progression, but we can just hope and pray that we never go backwards, because if we go backwards, we could potentially end up as slaves again. Just always be grateful for the future, whether you like it or not. I have not taken a selfie in a minute. All my pictures have been like photos, which of course I've been killing it. You know what? I was like, I need a close up. People ain't saw my face close up in a minute. You know, besides my story and when I post on there. It's an amazing thing to be gay. Like, it is. And because straightness has always been like the norm, gayness is so like sickening right now because it's out of your norm. Each part of the LGBT community is going to have their moment, and I feel like right now as the community, we're focusing more on gay. We're not focusing too much on trans. We're not focusing too much on like intersex people, which aren't necessarily a part of the community, but like I said, people at some point they're going to focus on that because nobody talks about that. We had a clean slate. We had a clean slate of what we thought gayness was, because for a long time a lot of people thought that gayness was over exaggerated or just like kind of, you know, RuPaul or stuff like that. Like we thought gayness was one dimensional, but with it being more mainstream, we're seeing that gayness is way bigger than they thought. Like, gayness looks like straight people. Okay, and that is okay because I am going to make sure that I blend this out. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I can change into my shirt. It's a very picnic-y shirt, but I feel like it's going to be cute for a selfie. If you're wondering, I got this shirt from Nordstrom. I feel like it was really cute. It kind of matches my like little vibe or whatnot. This watch is from Anne Klein. It's also from Nordstrom Rack. It's a fairly cheap watch, but it's cute for like a you know, like an everyday watch. I only spend good money on like maybe like going out watches, which are much bigger and have like diamonds on them. But everyday watches, it doesn't make sense to like be that blinding unless you're actually like dressing up or something. I wouldn't wear an everyday watch like it's a cute little one too. People are following their dreams, but they don't necessarily trust the process, because you have a different mindset when you actually trust the process. You have to actually believe that what you're going for, that you're going to get it, and you have to wake up and breathe that. Like, let me give you an example. Let's say your rent is due and they're about to evict you, and you have 3 days to figure this out. In that moment, every solution is running through your mind, but you're also the most motivated that you've ever been, simply because you don't want to, you know, lose your apartment or, you know, lose your living situation. So you dig within yourself to find other solutions that you wouldn't normally think about. You're more determined in everything. That's how you should be about your passion. You shouldn't wait till you hit rock bottom to dig within yourself to find a solution. You should think like that always. And you should also be that motivated. So basically, bitch. So now I'm going to remove the do-rag, and my waves are back. I finally got done training my hair. It took like 2 weeks because I wasn't consistent, but they are back. See? Like, there is a deeper meaning to why I moved to Atlanta, and at some point I'll talk about it once I'm completely out of it. And there's also a lot of stuff that I want to get off my chest, because, you know, my YouTube is like my diary, but I said, like, I'm gonna talk about these things to help people, but it's also helping me, because I can look back on it and reflect. It's not necessarily to put anybody in my business, because I don't really care about that, but it's for like reflection reasons. Like, I still sit up some days and I go back and watch old videos to see where my mind was, like, you know. And it's a good feeling because I can go back and see the progression, like where I came from. Like, I don't always agree with things that I've said in the past, and I like that I can do that. Like, I can go back and see how it looked. I can go back and see like where I was. Not a lot of people can do that. I really love that for me. So yeah. Now that that is out the way, bitch, we're going to start the process of putting things up. But I'm also going to spritz my face, and that'll be it for the video. Honestly, like, this is my makeup. Oh, makeup on my shirt, bro. Brand new shirt. Spritz my face. I like to be drenched. Ooh, ciao. And that is it, you guys. That is the makeup look. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like and comment and subscribe to the channel. And if you like the makeup or whatever, like I said, I'll link a tutorial to my makeup, my last tutorial video on what I do. Or you kind of saw what I did here, or you can just put it in place. But if you want just like an in-detail tutorial on actually what is going on, you know, and I'll be updating it sometime this year to this routine, you know, unless I change it, because I changed a lot. But I can say that what I've done here is not in that video, but it's because it's different. You do different things for different purposes. And yeah, if that makes sense. If you guys like the video, give it a like, give it a comment, and remember that I upload videos every Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So yeah, I guess I will see you guys in the next video, and remember to stay honest. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.